All right, so Inferno, Train, and Nuke is our 3 maps as we're potentially going to hit the full 3. If anything leads us to believe we'll probably be doing it, considering every match we've had so far in Group B has gone the full 3, Tom. But this is still going to be exciting nonetheless. Tarek, the big playmaker, the big spark for the team. And Cirque has already gathered so much information as they just rushed down middle. Speaking of fun, it looks like they're going to have it as this is going to catch Cloud9 completely off guard.
You say that, though. They've already taken B. Like, this would be a better setup if they were a little bit quicker, which I know they did run straight down middle, but at least now the T side can at least turn their gaze. The bomb just about going to be planted, and Stan has turned this already into their favor with the trades going 3 back from him. However, it doesn't matter. Daps is going to get 3 of his own, puts his old team down in the pistol, and gives Cloud9 the first round.
Did he just scream, "What are you doing again?" We saw him do that yesterday in the 1v4. But that's a big win for him. Killing the guy who took his spot. Yeah, we're done. Match is over. Cloud9 win. But killing the guy who kind of took his spot within the team, beating the team that he got kind of dropped from, that's got to be a big motivational pickup for him. And we're going to see them buy up into this round, obviously. We're going to see Evil Geniuses respawn in like with the pistols and the But I think we're in for a fun match nonetheless. Just seeing that first pistol round for Evil Geniuses rushing down middle with 4 players. I think that should be a good sign of what this match is going to offer us.
Well, I also wonder if this had been like worthwhile for either of the sides, if we would have seen a different map pool like gone for Cloud9, because the 2 maps that you kind of want to play EG on at the moment are Vertigo and Overpass. Now, one of them was banned by Cloud9, which I'm guessing they don't want to play Vertigo, but picking into Inferno is at the moment one of EG's better maps, so I think this might just be like sort of the ultimate test. Let's go against one of the top Inferno teams at the moment, see if this is a map we can bring into our pool. If we can beat EG on it, then hey, who else can we beat on this map? Like maybe against more realistic opponents in the future, and then you have, okay, sure, a map at the end, if they can get that far, that actually Complexity beat them on.
See, I don't want to be the glass half empty kind of guy, but even if Cloud9 beat EG here, are they really going to feel that good with the victory, considering Evil Geniuses have not looked like the team that we saw just a few weeks ago? I mean, obviously, a win's a win, right? Yeah. But it's not like you're beating Evil Geniuses at their peak. It's not like you're beating them in New York.
It'd be showing your map against what is currently a top 3 team in the world. So nonetheless, it's a good test for them, and thus far, things have been going very well. The wraparound from Automatic, well, it doesn't actually get the kill. Mixer's going to take it away, but works as a good distraction, and Breezy, he's got himself just a 5-7. Might just be keeping that into the next round. Not really anything too much to go on, and if he can get down to the bottom of Banana, there's a chance to maybe steal a gun or 2 away. Unfortunately, they haven't actually killed anyone, so he can't go hunting for that remaining weapon because it doesn't exist. But maybe he can kill off one of these players. The problem is the only man actually hunting to any level or any degree is going to be Kusta. I guess you could say Automatic as well, but they're the 2 players who currently have Mag 10s.
Well, looking pretty easy now for Cloud9. Not losing a single player in this round. Of course, I say that. We know what's going to happen here. Oh, hey, the one time I don't curse it. So Breeze is going to fall after time. Not a big deal for him. Only losing out the 5-7. I don't know. Did he actually have Kevlar? Or did he also have the helmet? Or did he not have
No, I think he did. He even had helmet.
Okay, so that actually is a big loss for him. But in the end of things, Cloud9 going to take the first 2 rounds off to a strong start. But even though we've been talking about, you know, this match doesn't really mean anything in terms of how the Pro League will shape up for the group, I think it's going to help shape how Cloud9 go about their future. I think Daps is still learning a lot about the strengths and weaknesses of his players. And yeah, you can always argue it's been 3 months. If you haven't been able to do anything just yet, then nothing will happen. I don't fully agree with that. Sometimes it takes a little bit of extra time for things to click with your team. And especially for that player we saw, Tens, who having a very rough start. And now Dap's going to be rushed down by the USPs, and he has support by the Mixwell. Eventually will fall to Surge, but if anything, they're just going to rescue 1 gun, and they can't even get to that as Tens will clean up the 2. I wonder, by the way, Tom, and I think this is a thing we can talk about for Tens, is obviously a very young player having a strong start before he got into Cloud9. That pressure on someone so young to have to play with kind of these legends and against the legends that he's probably looked up to for a couple of years when playing Counter-Strike. I wonder if that pressure will ever be broken through for him, or if this is just where he's going to be playing.
I don't think it's the pressure of playing against other people. I think for him, from what I've seen at least from like tweets, which again doesn't tell me too much of the inner workings of him, but I think it's the pressure he puts on himself. Like, just to perform within the roster. It doesn't matter who he's playing against. against. Either way, Ethan already going to start up with a double in what is their first buy round, and it's only really the SMG's loss so far. Mixwell gets his 6th kill of the game already, off to a flying start here, and Ethan just still going strong. They can't kill him. He's got 3 now. He manages to fade back into the site. Still no rotation. The CT's finally going to start making a move back. They spot out 10s, but he wins the duel. Now there's actually a chance to rotate this weapon back, but that smoke's missed. It gives Stan some space. It seems like the T side is still questioning which direction they actually go in for now, and I think 10s is going to be dead to right. Leaving just Mixwell left in a 1 versus 2. He'll have a 1v1 whichever site he goes to. He's going to face Stan, who wins the battle. 2 kills for him, EG onto the board. But of course, there's plenty of money for Cloud9 to buy.
Yeah, a little bit of a bonus round since they had an SMG into it. Great job by Ethan. The fact that he was able to not only kind of push up by himself, he did have Cirque to assist him, but they didn't really see any like flashbangs or smokes to help Ethan retreat. Even when nades were thrown on top of him, he just decided to plant his feet and go for the shots and picks himself up a nice couple of kills. And it's kind of a battle of the in-game leaders, Daps and Stanislaw. It's so cool to see them going head to head, both in-game leading, trying to figure out what the other is doing. Look at this flashbang can do, completely catching Evil Geniuses off guard. I'm surprised they weren't even expecting or having anyone to protect them. Cloud9 just get the full control towards CT spawn. Tarek's gonna be here, and Tarek might have himself a kill as he spots out Kusta. And now he knows the rotation hasn't come through towards B just yet. He's got 2 more to find, and there's the first. Mixwell now trying his chances. And eventually they're able to take down Tarek.
Breezy. Just going to forward. Leaves Cirque alone on this A site, slowly being surrounded. Molotov going to go down. Not going to switch his gaze. Oh, the timing's going to be everything. He turns away just at the wrong moment, and Daps actually wins the battle, holding off rotations on Banana. Cloud9 bounce back right away, and now the CT side once again are going to be in economic trouble.
That was really odd to kind of hold middle out of the CT side of Evil Genius.
I think they just didn't expect anybody to be there that quick. That looked like they were about to... Well, Cirque was going to run and jump onto Stan's head and then have the ult peek down into mid, but it was just such a fast play from Cloud9. They just didn't hear it coming, so... Yeah, just a decent strategy at the right time for Cloud9. It just happened that there were 2 players completely unprepared for such an aggressive face, so... A little bit of luck, but... Of course, there's always going to be a little bit within Counter-Strike, and... I'm liking how many smokes have been bought up. Breezy has invested quite a bit more than everybody else. He's got Kevlar, which I do question a little bit. They will have a reasonable amount of loss bonus because they did lose the initial few rounds and only won a singular, so they should have enough money to buy into the next round anyway. That should leave him without any utility going into the next.
I still don't want to say this round is really over, though, just from the last few days, Tom, of what we've seen of teams being able to do wonders with basically nothing bought up. Most of those smokes that weren't secured for Evil Geniuses have been used. Only 1 left for Cirque, but he's going to be over towards the A site. Now Cloud9 looking to push up towards B. Tarek can be completely smoked off at Coffins, but Ethan on top of the fountain. Well, Kusta's not going to miss that shot. Still so slow paced. Tarek pushes through the smoke and only gets 1. Maybe expect him to have already pushed in towards the site. In the meantime, they're actually going to rotate away from this. Considering they're only against pistols, Breezy might have a chance to come up big. He gets the first, but he can't get the second. 10s wraps around. Stanislaw won't respond. The A site will be held here for Cloud9.
Yeah, Cirque. Only a USP. If he gets the dink onto Kusta, he will have a kill. Oh, so close, and there you go. Drops another one. 3 players killed with fairly minimal investment, and I think Breezy getting that extra kill is actually going to mean that he can probably get a smoke or 2. Well, smoke or a flash. If he can get 2 smokes, he's cheating.
Is it still? I don't actually remember. Is it still in the game where if you have an enemy smoke at the start of the round, you can use it and then buy another one?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they fixed all of that.
Let's rush B this round.
You know what? I feel like Dap's the type of guy who would say that and then actually do it the next round.
See, that's the ultimate mind game with those sort of things. It's like when you type in chat, and then you go like, oh yeah, guys, let's go A. Whoops, wrong chat.
Yeah, you of course have to hit like you hit you first, so you think you're talking to your team, or they think you're talking to your team because it's Y and U, and then you say that, and then the other team doesn't think you're gonna do it. But come on, Cloud9, if you do it, I'll become a fan. All right.
Wow. For now, Jason is unimpressed.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, you gotta back it up. Okay, well, it doesn't look like they're gonna do it. So, one less fan for Cloud9.
Well, Automatic at least is going in that direction. They are going to be building up with a few players to try and challenge. Tarek is going to be on the secondary orc this time, which it seemed to be the weapon that actually changed the game when they played this earlier in the tournament.
Well, and also Tarek's 1v3 that they had on day one, that spark that lit the fire for Evil Geniuses. Not a lot of utility, though. That's going to be a slight problem for them. Tarek only with the flashbang. Ethan will have the smoke to potentially delay the push in towards B. And it looks like they will go towards the B site. Not going to be a rush, so at least it was a half given away by Daps. And now here comes the push. Flashes as well. Ethan going to be alone in the actual site. Gets some good damage done, and Tarek connects onto Automatic. Problem is, they've lost out on quite a few players. Stanislaw and Breezy going to fall. And that was over towards the A site. But they're still going to go for the plant towards B.
Still 2 orbs and a retake, no kit, and a singular smoke. This is a pretty horrific situation for the CT side to try and get something done. Basically need someone to peek into CT. Just look, there's a firing squad ready and waiting if they do, but instead a late smoke goes down out of Cloud9, and that's going to be their 6th round already. This is a very strong start coming out of Cloud9. You do have to bear in mind, although, of course, Stan has come in and adapted a lot of the strategies and changed things about this team. It was Daps who set the groundwork. Like, he was the one who initially built them up in NRG, so he's probably going to have quite a few insights into these players. Although I will say, thus far, it's actually just been some pretty big plays coming out of their side. Tens has had the best start to any match we've seen by an absolute country mile.
The only shame of it is it's in a match that's not going to change their fate.
At the same time, I still think it's a good idea, at least if you're the organization behind them. Like this is where the pressure does start to build, because it has been a few months with this team, and I think if you can at least have a good result, even if it is meaningless in the scale of the tournament, if you can have a good result here versus EG and show that there is some promise there, then maybe that will at least give you a little bit of extra time going forward.
I'm really hoping for more yelling out of Daps. I'm hoping for Stanislaw actually do a little bit of the same. Cirque, that's a great shot on Acoustic. Gonna have 2 more players to potentially find. Flashbang coming in. Don't know how he hits that.
So, he's another one. He's had 1 or 2 good maps. Not anything too ridiculous, but hey, a triple kill already in this round. Looking to try and get the 2nd on the board for EG. Stan. I think he spotted Automatic. This is going to give so much information. Breezy actually only on 1 kill. He has been one of the highest rated players throughout the Pro League so far. Well, he may not even be needed in this one. Only going to be Daps left, and Breezy will double his kills and also double their rounds.
That's interesting, actually. No, the fact that Tarek says, let's do the new version. And it's interesting to me because Chet, their coach, did say to me before when they're at Malmo, when they got knocked out, what they decided to do was just practice and rework their plays. And maybe this is one of the new plays they've been able to actually come around with if they decide to actually show us it. And I think that's a good sign for Evil Geniuses in general. Even though they haven't had the best performances, dropping maps in the 2 matches they have had so far in the Pro League, the fact that they're willing and understand they need to change things up, because teams will start to look at them quite a bit more since they had that victory in New York. Cirque gonna chime in with Breezy to get the first kill into tens as he tries to wrap around towards short. They do have 2 Molotovs. They can push Breezy out of the spot. It's going to be on Daps and Mixwell. The bomb's actually down basically towards second mid, so curious if they're actually going to wrap in towards CT and try to go back for the bomb and push it towards B.
Mixwell's managed to get one opener, but Cirque more than aware of this rotation. We'll get the pick back. The pit Stan's going to go down. The question is, do they expect the second? And, well, once again, in the meantime, all these players just seemingly getting dropped. It's left onto Mixwell and Cirque. Too quick on the trigger. That will be a third onto the board. And the thing that's really scary for me is the fact that Breezy's already very good at playing pit. But now he has an SG, which is also his weapon of choice. So I have a feeling that they're not going to be getting into pit for a while.
See, now if I said that, they would go and pit this round.
And he'll die
clear him out,
instantly.
yeah.
Well, they are going for what is a pistol purchase, which normally suggests that you are going to be going into the apartments. It's one of the better places to try and get the bomb down, especially if you can get a smoke and just throw it out onto the balcony. It'll give you quite a bit of space, so they are going to be going in that direction. So we can test if I am as cursed as you are.
I already know the answer to that. Not even close.
Oh, this nade from Stan could do so much damage. That is just ridiculous. About 150 damage off the back of one nade, and, well, he doesn't even know it just yet. Looking like they're just waiting for the smoke to fade. As said, I fully expect them to just try and jump out of the apartments. Any other position just isn't going to net them too much in terms of a chance of getting to the site. It seems like Breezy is also switched, and I think he knows, yeah, this is just filth. Like, he's just going to be ready and waiting for them to push it. Nice shot from TenZ at least. We'll clear him out from that angle. And Cirque's going to get overwhelmed as well. This is getting a little bit costly for the CT side, but thankfully, once again, Stan is going to get another triple. He's having a better performance today as well. He was one of the quieter players yesterday when it came to their defeat on, was it Nuke?
I feel like he just had a... Nuke was definitely the one map he struggled on with them.
Yeah.
I feel like he also had a relatively quiet series overall yesterday, compared to day one at least.
Yeah,
Day one, he was like top fragging for the team. Him and Breezy really stepping up. Cirque was the quiet one on day one, funny enough. And then day two, he stepped up when they needed it. Breezy's just going to actually push middle yet again. Look at this. They're not going to expect that. And Ethan pushes Banana at the same time. He's got a lot of damage, even though he did fall. Stanislav there to back him up, and Breezy does get daps in middle. Automatic's going to peek out, and Cirque's going to be protecting his teammate. And TenZ is just wondering, well, where did my teammates just go? Not too far into the round, and he's all by himself. Up against the 4 surviving players out of Evil Geniuses. Well, now 3.
Chance to maybe pad his stats a little bit. They're giving the youngster a chance for a clutch. Well, he's got 3 more players left to find. Going through apartments here might actually be a fairly good call. The only man anywhere near that position is going to be Cirque, and he is looking in the wrong direction. I think he's realized it's been a long enough time that he could get pushed from different angles. So just falls back to the site, takes a more passive position, and with deep banana control already taken by the CT side, they can be fairly confident that this is going to be a play towards A, at least for now. Cirque has actually looked away, but now focuses back onto apps. I think TenZ getting out of here is going to be fairly difficult, and, well, yeah, Cirque's not going to give him a chance. 6-5. EG starting to grind these rounds back, and it does seem like they're having a bit of fun with this.
Was that Chet doing that, screaming, I think?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard him that loud in his career. Maybe when they won ESL in New York, but all right.
I can
Had some good
imagine
times.
them winning New York and him just going, woo.
Yay. Well, now into our 12th round here, the first half. Our first map between these two teams, and it looks like Evil Geniuses will be able to tie things up at 6 with just the pistols for Cloud9. They do have his 2 smokes and 2 flashes. Cirque's already able to take the head clean off of TenZ. But imagine it's going to spark the push in towards the B site, though, for the rest of his team. And, well, Tarek's going to be there, and Tarek, well, he wants more kills. He's going to peek back out, get deeped up. He's not able to hit the shots to support. Ethan actually is going to fall, and just like that, it's become extremely costly for the CT side. The bomb should be planted. 2 guns being picked up for Cloud9. And now they have a realistic chance to take this round if Mixwell can hit some shots.
Some very cocky plays coming out from the B site defenders. Maybe getting a little bit over the top, but for now, things are going very well for Cloud9. There's Stan, the only one left to really try and fight this, as Breezy's a little bit far behind. He does have a kit, but I'm not sure how he's going to be able to win this round. They do have the money for it, but Mixwell, 4 kills off the back of the AWP. And while Cloud9 do get themselves around on the board, but I kind of get what you mean, though, when it comes to like this match, because that was Tarek just being like so overly confident trying to get those kills with the AWP. I think in more normal circumstances, we wouldn't see him doing things like that. He's going for the content, is what you could say.
He's going for the highlight reel.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Tarek? You can also probably just submit your plays for the community challenge we have. Saw JDM there.
Yeah, just gotta play some ESEA.
Maybe we should try that. Maybe we should try submitting one.
How'd you know I haven't been already?
I feel like you'd be a little bit more tilted if you have and you still haven't seen it come up yet. You know what? If I was in charge of that, Tom, I would still not put your play in there. I'm sorry. I want to get your hopes up. It would just be all clips of Marky getting fed the banana from yesterday. And of course, maybe Vanity's wet lips. But anyways, 7-5 for Cloud9. Taking a round they probably shouldn't have been able to. I guess taking advantage of the cockiness out of Evil Geniuses. But a good flashbang does allow Stanislaw to peek in towards middle, get the kill onto Daps. But they have to retrieve the bomb, so even if Kusa throws out the smoke, it's not like they can actually capitalize off the back of it. Woten's rotating back in. He'll be the one to secure it, but they have to deal with Tarek now with the op yet again, and Ethan's still tucked away in sight.
It's a good smoke, though. They've actually used it just to section him off so that he can't have too much vision. We'll be missing the initial shot and burning all the way down, just 6 HP remaining. They should know that Ethan's going to be here somewhere. He's always playing the B site, and well, eventually he chimes in with a kill. It's left onto Kuster in a 1 versus 2. Already tagged down, and there's a rotation coming in from Breezy as well. I think he'll have an idea that there's going to be someone in CT spawn, but the chance of him surviving this is low. I'm actually quite surprised he's managed to get this far into the site, and he's just hoping that Ethan peeks him. Breezy holding so far back. There's actually a good chance he gets this kill. It's just where can he plant the bomb? Trying to hide back, and he has got it. He's got the plant. There's nothing that Breezy can do about that. Even goes for the shot, but Breezy's going to win that duel. And oh my goodness, I just saw some emotion out of Kuster.
So he can pull off a 4K and look as ecstatic as he did yesterday, but then almost pulling off a 1v2. And he's all smiles. I was just hoping they would say something right now. I was hoping to listen for something. But I'm surprised as well to see Kusta be able to sneak in that far into the side. I was expecting Breezy to actually spot him on the cross. Potentially could have cost him another round. It could have given Cloud9 the guaranteed lead at the end of the first half. But even then, losing so many players, they did lose out on 4. They have no money to spend into the next round. Mixwell's on 15 kills, by the way, and Automatic's on 3. I don't think I've really ever seen Automatic not be able to pull his weight, but so far he's just been really struggling in this match.
8 damage already. Yeah, Tens as well is performing, so you've got a couple of the pieces you need if Cloud9 are going to be able to take this map. Once again, Tarek left alone on the B side. This time he only has a UMP, but does have the utility available to delay any push in that direction. Seems like the CTs are somewhat gambling that because of the failed round on B prior, this is more likely now to be an A hit. They do have some fairly aggressive players. You can see Ethan just playing anti-flash. He's got to be careful because there is going to be a flash, but unfortunately, he doesn't manage to avoid too much of it. Mixwell also trades, and there's only Cirque remaining, but I was going to say sometimes that's enough. Not this time, however. And while Tarek, he pulled off an impressive 1 versus 3 just a day or 2 ago, but I think this would up it. This is a UMP versus 3 players with the bomb down. He's on the wrong side of the map.
He's got this. Is he actually trying to save the UMP section? I mean, he does have head armor. They don't have money to buy, so it wouldn't be, I guess, terrible. Mixwell's having a phenomenal game. 17 kills. And you can see the loss bonus for the T side. So Cloud9, even if they... Oh, well, that's going to hurt. No money to spend. Thank you. I think it's Prius. Appreciate that. He's like the budget rush, you know?
Cool.
I actually wish we had the camera. Like we do.
Well, just because he'd be giving you a death stare.
Well, among other things, probably. And obviously, we appreciate both our observers here joining us throughout these 13 days. But Mixwell, yeah, like we talked about it before, being brought over from Spain. He's had some really good performances. I think he's been probably one of the most consistent, though I can't think of a map or two he struggled on. 17 kills, 109 ADRs. Actually got the highest in the server. And automatic on, well, 3 kills.
You had to do it, didn't you?
You got to talk the highs and the lows, you know?
People can see it. I'm surprised by the fact that Ethan has the highest ADR and the least amount of kills.
5 assists, though.
Yeah, he's doing damage. Unfortunately, he's unable to finish his dinner.
It was his nades, I think we saw towards Banana earlier, that really helped him get that number, because the utility damage out of him was pretty solid. You see multiple times Cloud9 have tried to push in towards Banana and got naded down. He's going to hate me later for calling budget rush, isn't he?
I think he already hates you.
Yeah. You should. Here we go, into the last round of the half. Mixwell, well, he's burning, he's on fire, and well, he's dead. I mean, he's been hot in the first half, but not that hot.
Yeah. No, he is dead within the first few seconds, and that's going to be an AWP for Cirque, which realistically is probably the worst thing you could have done this early in the round. Looking to try and make things a 9-6. I do think they're going to struggle versus what is a pretty deadly T side from EG. But even still, in this round, although they have given away an AWP, their weaponry otherwise does give them a big advantage. Still a few smokes actually saved up by the CT side. One of them going to be going down now on the B site. By the looks of it, a few players looking to try and probe in that direction. Kusta able to retrieve an extra smoke. By the looks of this, it might just be a bit of a fake. They're going to try and clear out some of these players. Tarek is going to spot both players pushing forward, but hasn't seen anything to do with the bomb, and thus the remaining players on A are not going to be rotating. Ethan also manages to pick off one more, and well, the idea here that this was meant to rotate all of the remaining players has not worked at all. There's still going to be a man sat in the pit. Daps does manage to at least get that kill, but Stan is still here. All he has to do is survive. Just try and hold on for the next few seconds. That's going to be easier said than done as he's executed by TenZ. However, he has bought time for the rotation to come in. Cirque holding with the AWP, dinked up straight away. Molotov even going to hold him back a little bit further. Ethan is actually on for an ace here. 3 kills already. One more. And that will definitely open up this round. So close to getting the kill onto TenZ, but now it's left all onto Cirque. TenZ gets a triple to finish things off, and well, a much better half from what we've seen from him so far. And one of the main reasons that we do actually see them winning this half.
Yeah, and it's just, again, kind of a shame that he showed up so late, but nice to see him be able to perform and kind of live up to the hype that people did have around him. Daps, please, give us some more trash talk. I would love to see it. But obviously, Virginia says, 6 rounds, considering how strong their T side would be. I don't think they're going to be too worried in this match. They're already through to Adenza. They're already through to the finals anyways. But obviously looking to take another victory under their belt and be the only team to go 3-0 so far in the group stage. We'll be back with the second half after a short break.
hysteric, quite wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us starting moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then you know I got it. Then you know I got it. Nobody got it like you know.
Well, the first half ending with a surprising lead for Cloud9 of 9-6 from the T half.
Why is Tens at the bottom?
Well, because he's just, I think production's used to him being at the bottom.
So mean.
And, well, you know.
This game, I would say he's been a 10 out of 10s. And if you were going to ask, I am proud of myself. The funny thing is, the way he's performed so far within most tournaments, I'm probably the first person to get to say that, which is quite nice. Here we go. It is going to be the push coming in onto this B site. An aggressive start for EG. Odds diminishing a little bit. I'm going to be going down. Similar scenario. Nice for Ethan to kick things off, but they expect Tarek to still be in the squad. Well, it doesn't even matter. Zerk's just come in and killed everyone else. He's left it onto Mixer with just 6 HP and Daps, who at least had a smoke. The problem is there's still 2 players actually within the site. Tarek's even going to walk it through. I think he wanted to try and get some kills, but instead just gets a bullet in the head.
To be honest, Tom, now I kind of understand why your mom kicked you out of the house when you were 14. Probably got tired of your
I think
puns.
that's what she dreamt about doing, but, you know.
Laws and stuff. Probably
Yeah.
couldn't do that. But the follow-up, though, one. Probably the one of the first times I've been able to say it, though, for him. That was
mean.
I liked it. I liked it. Spicy. Well, here we go. Evil Geniuses do take the pistol round, have 3 SGs, 2 MAC-10s. We do see the BAP coming out of Cloud9 with the Scout and the Yump. Mixwell on 18 kills, 100 ADR. I think it's actually one of the first times I've actually gotten to cast him, because I didn't get to do much North America living over in Germany. But I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I casted a fair bit of him when he played in Movie Star Riders, and it definitely seemed like him and probably Lau was like a class above everybody else. So I think it's good that like he gave the project a go, a similar thing to what Ents ended up doing, except the success of it was a lot less. Like even when you look at one of the Blast events where they were able to, I think it was play versus Giants for a spot in the event, it seemed like an easy take and they still lost. It's like, wow. At this point, I think you've just got to call it a day. And I am happy to see him in a North American roster again. It's one of those players who he's very happy to sort of take opportunities. And I always respect people like that. There's a lot of people within EU who just don't want to move out of EU. So
well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right?
That is true. Also, overused cliche, but you are correct.
I mean, we'll look at Blame F so far. Obviously, come over to Complexity. We'll see them later on today having some good success. I mean, they've gotten through the second group stage. Meantime, we've been talking about Mixwell. This is his time to shine.
Kaplan curse. Oh, here we go. Daps. Back to the site. He's going to be able to pick off one. A MAC-10 retreat. Definitely not the ideal weapon. And Stan is going to put down his opposing in-game leader, leaving just automatic left. Can't really expect much from him in this scenario. If he can steal a weapon, that would be probably the best case. And Tarek just making sure that all the angles around the back are clear. Now we'll go back hunting for his major winning teammate.
Oh, he saw his toe.
Oh, okay.
What?
Couple of kills at least for automatic, but
They took away an SG at least.
yeah, a little bit of extra damage. Of course, going into the next round, there's not really going to be much in terms of investment coming out of Cloud9, so shouldn't really make much difference. I wonder if we'll see any SMGs actually rebought for the side of EG just to allow them to farm up a little bit of extra cash. I think it was his second shot, was quite impressive.
Yeah. Right up Main Street with that shot. Do see a nade at least out of 10s and a flashbang, so looking to get them out towards Banana. Molotov's being thrown in to kind of separate both teammates, and a dink comes out of Kusta, and the fire just burning away. Cloud9 down to 22 HP.
Nice nade.
It's nice, but will it be enough? Oh, Ethan stealing away one. They knew Dap was there, but Dap still gets one kill either way and makes it relatively expensive for the side of Evil Geniuses. They still maintain, well, 2 SGs and the AK, but they got some damage done. You know, I get jealous, it's a completely random topic, watching the players fist bump all the time, because we never get to do that. Can we do that like when we have a good, nice, when we have a good like casting moment, just fist bump each other?
As long as you're not gonna like do what Blame F did at the end of that game.
I'm not gonna yank you to me, no.
Where he almost
Not
like
gonna
rips
happen.
my arm off, because I do not want that. I would like to keep my arm.
I'm pretty sure as wide as like my shoulders are is like the size of one of his biceps anyways.
The funny thing is, he now has the facilities to make those biceps even bigger. Which
I'm telling you, Obo's gonna come out swole 6 months from now. He's just gonna come out as the buffest guy in the team, and it's gonna be hilarious.
he'll look like Loba. Just come out and you'll be like, what happened?
Well, we
To be
finally
fair,
get to.
He might be young enough to actually join the Cowboys at some point, you know, if he gets the right training. I don't know what age you guys start like training for that sort of stuff.
Well, in Texas, where they're located, you start at about the age of 0 months when you're in the womb, I believe.
Oh, okay. He's a
they're
little bit
all about
late then.
football there.
A
High
bit
school
late.
football, everything. Yep. They
He's
live
only
and breathe it.
16.
Well, here we go. Now the gun run coming in for Cloud9. Stanislaw gets the first frag on Kusta, and the second on to Automatic. And I don't know how Stanislaw's able to do this, but picking up 2 kills, cracks open the A site. Only Mixwell's going to be there, and he wants more. He wants more blood. This time he's looking for 10s. And I rate that shot a 0 out of 10 for Stanislaw.
Oh, Mixwell. If he goes down, this site is wide open. Tarek's still peeking in that direction, but realistically, it is all onto this man with the AWP. He has been very good so far. There's still a lot of pressure put onto his shoulders. He'll be able to get the first kill and the bomb, but Breezy so quick to get the trade, and with nobody else being on this site, the remaining 2 CT players may just have to focus on saving their guns. You can see Tarek still wary of somebody pushing, but it isn't going to be happening.
Are they actually going to go for this? They don't have a kit currently on them. Okay, just picking up the SG and backing away as they were to kill Stanislaw before. So yeah, Evil Geniuses will be taking the lead at 10-9. And you talked about this before. Their T-half is very dangerous when it comes to Inferno, and we're seeing it right now. Able to take 4 rounds back to back to back. This is where you say to back. Okay. Well. If anyone in the Burbank
back.
area wants to oh, okay. Thanks for having me. Okay. I lost faith. I lost all hope in you saying that, so I'm glad you...
Just wait for you to start talking again.
No, we don't do it yet. We have to have a good casting moment.
They do it every round.
So we're going to do it every round? Okay. Well, I mean, luckily it's not like baseball or football where they, you know, do the other one.
Oh.
Where they...
Okay, that
Yep.
was...
Your cord's only so long, Tom, so you can't go that far away. But here we go, into the next round for Evil Geniuses. We do see the SG and the M4 carried over from the last round for Cloud9. By the way, do you squat? Because that was a firm cheek.
It's natural.
Rin is a lucky girl.
It's from all those hours of intense sitting.
The marathons. The marathon sitting sessions.
Hey, takes endurance, man.
Speaking of endurance, Daps is going to have to pull off a one hell of a play here, trying to hold on to the push that's going to be coming his direction. Just have Automatic to help rotate back in, but Evil Geniuses are being clinical about this, still with so many smokes to use. Even look at this, Cirque looking for a shot over the smoke, expecting someone to just play in. I love how they're just checking everything. I love how they're just kind of focused up, even realizing, yeah, we're already through to the finals, but let's like really hammer down where we've been lacking in the last 2 days of games, because they've given up maps, something I think most of us didn't really expect to happen, or at least in this group stage of the Pro League. But here we go, 35 seconds left. Gonna start to walk in, leaving Tarek on the flank. They do have a Molotov though, so Daps, if they throw it in his direction, he's eventually gonna be burned out.
Did not. They used it actually for sectioning off bins, and while Daps is going to be able to get 2, it seems like Stan is just better in every way, you know? He's going to be getting 2 right back, and I just imagine him just sitting there going, this is my house. This is my house now.
I actually thought Stan was joining me here on the desk for a second there.
That is how he talks. That's one of my many talents, is just on-the-fly impressions. And I'm not going to do any more.
I was going to say, if you say that,
I don't want to be banned from Twitch.
Well, Cloud9 with the lost bonuses now, at least been able to consistently buy up in these rounds. The op, double up for them. I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, and I'm totally open to being it, because I mean, I generally am all the time. I feel like Cloud9 have been just used that as a crutch. It's like if nothing's working, double up and see if we can make it happen. And it hasn't seemed to have worked too well in the past in my recent memory.
Well, considering they haven't won a series, I would be inclined to agree. I don't think we've seen it too much though, but I get what you mean. Like that was such a Hail Mary play coming out from TenZ. He has been playing reasonably well so far, but definitely seeming like a bit of a fall off here.
He had 17 kills at the end of the first half, only on 18 now. That's where we're 6 rounds in.
Yeah, I do think their CT sides, that seems to be the case with a lot of the teams we're actually seeing at the moment, is their CT sides need a lot of work. I think Complexity are in the same boat. But this, well, this is a gamble coming out from Daps, and unfortunately, looks like he's gambled in the wrong direction. EG being fairly patient, and you can see Tarek just trying to find out information on the other side of the map. Maybe even trying to stop them saving their weapons, because that's all it's really going to come down to. There's going to be a huge execution here. EG are going to throw in all their utility, clear every single angle, search far and wide. And there's no Pokemon to be found, Jason.
I, for some reason, thought you were going Celine Dion. Near, far, wherever you are. Well, wow. Breezy. That was a hell of a shot on the automatic.
Easy peasy, lemon breezy.
I'm not even saying that one.
Not very long.
Okay. I will give you credit. I can appreciate some of the puns you make. Even though I might not show you that I appreciate them, I do, Tom.
The good thing about that is you can literally replace almost every single word within that sentence with the word breezy. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
Okay, keep going. What are the other ones?
Breezy peasy, lemon squeezy.
That's one more. Easy peasy, breezy, squeezy.
Breezy squeezy. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, that one's a nice ring to it.
They did kill everyone, by the way, Jason.
Yeah, well, I mean, we knew that.
For anybody wondering, people who might be thinking at home, they don't seem to be taking this very seriously. This is a match, unfortunately, where Cloud9 are already going into relegation and EG are already through in first place and have made it to the Denmark finals. Jason is going to kindly pronounce the name of the city for us.
I've legitimately had to try to do that on a show that I've done before, and there's like a nice spiel of me saying it like 7 different ways and still not getting it right. I know OJ's tried it a million times. It's like Othensa. Othensa? I don't know. Odensa?
Say Odense.
Odense.
Because it's definitely wrong, but at least you're just going with it.
At least I'm American. It's like saying Katowice or Katowice.
Oh,
Completely wrong, but that's the...
Leicester. That one's the classic.
Oh god, but it is a hard name to say though, to be fair. The way it's spelled is very
Oh yeah,
off-putting.
like if you don't know that it's just Leicester, then it looks ridiculously.
I don't know why does Britain have to add extra letters to words?
It's like Gloucester as well. It's
What?
like Gloucester or Gloucestershire.
How do you
It's
spell
pronounced
that?
in a it's spelled in a similar way. I'm not going to try and spell it because I don't actually know the real spelling of the word, but they all look funny.
A shot out of Cirque to open things up onto the A side. There's actually going to be a three-man stack here for Cloud9, leaving Kusta by himself towards B. They have some decent pistols, so I don't want to say they definitely can't win this round. There's definitely a chance for it, but considering how things have gone so far, 6 rounds straight for Evil Geniuses, you have to find it hard to imagine that they're going to drop around here.
Well, there's about 15 seconds left and they have a stack. This is pretty much as good as it gets. Bomb's going to hit the floor already. Tens is getting another kill. There's literal seconds for them to try and get these kills and get the bomb down, and Daps is just going to be sitting on the bomb waiting. It is already done. You can see Kusta running away, but it doesn't matter because Daps is going to win the round and Jason is going to be wrong.
I'm just staring at the camera.
All around me are familiar faces.
At what point do I just say screw it and buy a lottery ticket?
Yeah, but once you buy it, you'll then be wrong. You have to
How do you accidentally buy a lottery
someone
ticket?
says to you, hey, Jason, do you want me to buy you a lottery ticket? And then you go, nah, I won't win. And then they do it anyway, and then you win. That's the only way it's ever going to happen. And now that I've said that, that won't happen either.
Damn it, Tom, stop cursing me! Let me win the lottery. Picking up the pace, Evil Genius is charging straight through into the B side. They've had enough of this game. They want to close this out. Daps, though, looking to say something about it as he eventually will fall, and they will get control of the site. I like that switch in pace, leaving it down to, what, 20 seconds in the last round, then got... Well, they faltered. Let's just say
they
that.
pretty much had the site in 20 seconds in that round, so a complete flip of the switch. And oh, I think Kusta and Mixer are probably just going to save. They actually have all of their utility as well, so this is basically as good as it gets in terms of saving what you've got, but not in terms of actually the round, unfortunately, for Cloud9.
Watch this. Mixwell will hit the shot.
He has to take the shot first. It's just a fun game of whack-a-mole.
Okay, I guess the curse technically worked because he didn't hit the shot.
Did you not want him to hit the shot?
I wanted him to actually just get completely destroyed there, to be honest.
Oh. If there's any Spanish fans watching, get him.
Says he loves him.
Sure. The way the reflection was working on the monitor there, I didn't even realize that there was an admin there. He just sort of blended into the wall.
Well, that's why they have to wear all black, you know, so you just don't notice them.
But he had the hat on as well. So
See, if I was an admin, I would do like this thing. I don't know if the camera can see in our production. I don't know what it's called anymore, but Tom, like this thing, you looked and you know, it's the circle with your hands. You make them look, and then you can punch them. I would do that all day on camera and just like no.
It doesn't work.
You know this thing. Well, this is banned by OWL, so probably can't do that one.
No.
But you do it down here below the knee, and you have to poke it, and then you get to punch them. And if they don't poke it, you get to punch them back. Okay, let's get us off camera because we want to cast this match. Yeah. Anyways, I do like how we have that on us the entire time.
Makes me feel a little bit uneasy.
Unbreezy.
I always feel like somebody.
We're not doing karaoke. Stream. We're doing Counter-Strike.
Oh, here we go. Just in time for the execution of Kusta. And unfortunately, that is the round done. Just going to have to be a save once again coming out of Cloud9, looking to try and keep this extra weaponry. But I wonder if EG are actually going to go on the hunt. Try and take the B site back out of their control. See, this is what you call greed, Jason. Right, they've already got the A site. They built their home. They planted their bomb. Now, they want the B site too. As we are going to have the rotation coming in. Of course, so much money for EG at this point. They want to try and remove all of that extra weaponry, humiliate Cloud9 within the last few seconds of the round. And well, that smoke might cause them a few issues. Running through it, almost a double, but unfortunately, almost doesn't win you anything. Tens will at least manage to hold onto his rifle. There's not really any point for Cirque to throw away an AWP, but they remove an awful lot when it comes to the weaponry. And Well, I think there is going to be a repurchase by the looks of things. Mixwell bought an AWP, but other than that, oh,
That was tricky.
he's got moves.
See, I would just do the turkey every time someone tried to fist bump me. Do you know what the turkey is?
No.
So when they try to fist bump me, please don't get this on camera. Thank you. So try to fist bump me, and then you go turkey.
Okay, that was
'Cause you know,
rubbish.
like a turkey, like turkey.
okay.
What is happening? Well, EG are loving it. Cloud9,
What's the limit
so much.
on F-bombs per night?
for us or for them?
Well, I know for us it's 0. Normally.
Not true. Not in the code of conduct that we signed. If it's appropriate, we're allowed to.
Which I'm pretty sure it's never meant to be appropriate. I think Sadki's got to use the one that was there for the whole, like, the last 5 years.
So selfish. But this isn't like you're trying to rate, you know, TV, what is it, PG-13 or rated R. I'm not gonna tell him to stop. It's 2019. We're all adults.
Oh, speak for yourself.
I mean, age-wise, we're adults. Maybe not mentally.
Or hair.
I mean, you're definitely there. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Could be
Either
very young or very old.
Very young or very old. Take your pick.
I kind of wish we had a Halloween show for the Pro League. Because I think I would dress up as you. I would, like, shave my head.
Again?
Yeah.
People can just go look at the YouTube video. That'll take less time. But here we go once again. Early middle control gathered up by the T side. There's actually going to be some aggression out from the CT Automatic not having the best of games, and the spam through is going to make it even worse. Somehow Kusta survived even longer than he did. Now, well, good luck Mixwell. 1 versus 4 trying to hold on to the A side. So many angles to check, and none of them are going to be the right one. Daps and 10s. Well, it's dream time.
They can try. But as quickly as the bomb's planted, everyone starts running towards the B site. They want to take these weapons out. They want to dominate 10s and daps. Let's look at those streaks coming through. Like, where has this EG been?
Well, that's the thing. I think they did something similar on their T side last time they played this map. It's just a map where they are very, very good at the T side, and there doesn't seem to be anybody on this Cloud9 roster at the moment that can stop them. I think this is something they definitely need to work on. I said at the beginning of the half that their CT side seems weaker. At the moment, I think they're more likely to lose their voice than I am lose mine.
I mean, someone should remind them they were in Sweden like a week ago and they got knocked out right at the beginning of the tournament, so maybe they shouldn't be talking smack.
Nah, I hate that as an argument. Well, because you lose, you're not allowed to talk smack anymore. That's ridiculous. That's one of the one of the reasons I think Config stopped talking smack, and that was one of my favorite things that came out of Counter-Strike in a long time. Was just him, well, basically insulting all the other teams before the match.
Do they not realize? This is the funniest part about them screaming at each other, or mostly EG screaming at Cloud9, is that they're wearing soundproof headphones. So you can scream all you want, not really gonna hear it.
It's so fun. And it'll be one of those moments where later on, if they go back and watch the stream, they'll realize that they've been being insulted the whole time.
I would actually love to hear them scream, like they're sounding like really angry, but actually like giving them confidence, like, you guys can do this! I love you, Daps! I miss you, buddy! You know, they actually have like good intentions with the screaming, but the way they're screaming, it sounds like they're trying to be BM.
Well, it's like the, you know, you have the insult matches, like the sort of rap battles, but then they also do a compliment one.
Yeah.
And it's so good, like they're so funny.
Tom, you look good in blue. I don't, that's not blue.
No,
it always throws me off. Am I colorblind? Did I just
No,
figure
I
out
think
I'm colorblind?
I just wear shirts that all sort of look like they're blue, but they're actually not. It's just to screw with people.
Makes your eyes really pop.
Ooh, thank you. Well, we're gonna have the push once again.
That was
Without the bomb
insult.
this time. May not even need it. We'll get a kill. Actually, Automatic has finally got back onto the board after a long hiatus. Bomb still sat in spawn. This is a very interesting round coming out of Evil Geniuses. I'm hoping that this will be the one that Dust takes and breaks down on the desk, because I know how much he would thoroughly enjoy breaking down this this push.
I say just throw him a curveball and break down that slap I gave you on the behind.
Or the banana from yesterday. He was really excited for that and was quite disappointed that it didn't win. Nonetheless, they are going to be rotating the bomb slowly through middle. 9 assists for Ethan. Might as well make it 10. Mixwell, at the moment, still with an XM in his hands, and definitely not the ideal weapon, but he might... Oh, I thought he was just about going to get around the corner, but too little, too late. Bomb's going to be planted this time. Well, there's no save available for Cloud9, as this will be the first map under the belt. Their choice looking like it's about to go the way of EG. 10th as a deagle in hand, so I still have a little bit of hope. And the XM trying to make its way around the corner. It seems like both Tens and Mixwell have cooled off after the first half, and Breezy just trying to not even allow him a chance. Shot actually, he's hit 2 shots through the wall. I kind of hope he gets the kill on Zerg. That'll make things a little bit more interesting. He's hit him 3 times with a deagle, and now Zerg's going to kill him as well. That is the classic. He'll realize how much damage he's done, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough. The opponent's map choice has been won by EG, and while their T side was what did it, definitely seems like they've been having a bit of fun today, but now they go on to the second map, and I don't think it's going to get any easier for Cloud9 from here on out.
Yeah, well done by Juice is only dropping 1 round on the T side, really putting their foot down and really showing their dominance and coming back to the Juices we come to know and love from ESL 1 New York. But you know what? That was just the first map. We still have training to come up, and that'll be after a short break.